Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
And don't forget about Jaron Wheeler, who's down there at the bottom of my screen. But tonight it's me, Rich, and Jaron, and Dennis will be joining us here soon, along with our guest, Jane Kilcher from Alaska, The Last Frontier, and Bering Sea Gold. All right, what's going on, guys?
Not much.
Not much.
Another day in paradise.
Yeah, I heard that. It's Sunday, right?
Yep.
Looking forward to tonight's show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Hey, look who just joined us. Why Gold? Are you going to turn your camera on, Rob? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just look at his.
There you go.
Oh, there's Randy. All right, wait, hold on a second. Now, who's doing the show tonight? Randy and Rob? It's you two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Randy, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Made it safe and sound?
Oh, yeah. Got here safe, sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you get there?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Is the weather still crappy where you can't do no prospecting?
Oh, well, yeah, there's enough water you can't do it.
Really?
It's starting to get nicer, but it's going to take a couple of days, I guess.
Okay.
You still
Water's
can
going to
even
go
get,
down.
Rob, can you even get across the creek to get up to get material or not?
Me, yes, I honestly believe I can.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe wise, it's still sketchy,
Still
but
tough.
it's still silty right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, I went down there today and looked at the river and going, yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
can see
hill's probably still muddy
rock-
to get up.
All right. So,
Yeah, the hill's probably muddy to get up it probably.
so Randy, you're just hanging out with the boys,
Yeah.
right? When are you leaving?
Oh, I don't know. Probably sometime this week, maybe.
Sometime
It
next week.
depends on the weather. We're waiting for the weather between here and home to clear up.
That's
some.
what I mean. Then you're heading home from there.
Yeah.
Make that drive back to old Canada.
I'm hoping to get him out there
Yeah.
before Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Can we do if we don't? Can we
Now,
don't?
I don't know if he's gonna be able to be a billy goat like I am going down the wash.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
Might be a bit rough for me.
Randy could do it.
At least you got to get him out. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
He could do it. Well, we're glad you're here. Now, tonight we have a special guest joining us. We have Jane Kilcher joining us tonight. So, from
And hopefully you guys will have some questions for her.
yeah,
And I'm sure
Rob does.
Rob probably knows a lot. So don't be afraid to talk, Rob.
Yeah,
I'll try.
don't be afraid. Don't be shy.
Don't be afraid. I mean,
You can turn your
go on.
camera, you can
Because
turn your camera off and talk if you want. We'll allow
Yeah.
it
it don't matter.
just for tonight.
Just need to keep going and
I'll just poke them in the ribs.
Yeah.
Just
I
hold
mean,
up-
you
hold
know,
up cue cards.
yeah, it'll be all good. You know.
Where's your fearless leader at?
right there.
Sitting right fucking here.
And why
he-
couldn't
Is he
he?
recovering from the race
Yeah, is that what's going on? Is that-
because he got second place?
Actually, I don't know because I missed the last 10 minutes of it. Trying to
You
get this
missed,
thing
you missed
set
the
up.
best part. I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of sucked because he was in first, but ended up second. So
Well, I guess somebody called him and said it's over.
It's over.
He did not like that.
yeah.
That was
I'm pissed off again because my fucking computer won't fucking download Zoom.
Scott. We're
Yeah,
live.
we're live.
Live,
Oh,
cricket.
We are live.
I know it worked the other day. Jaron said he had you guys on Zoom, and then today it don't work. What'd you do to it?
It said something about passcode was error. So
It keeps.
that's when I decided to grab my computer and bring
You'll
it out.
figure it out and then try to get it ready for Wednesday night. So
Yeah, just sounded like it needs a real reboot.
I'm so sick of computers. I'd like to just shoot every damn one of them.
I know. I bet.
Don't shoot mine.
You don't know what it works.
afford it.
You guys,
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
don't.
You'll get it. You'll get it, Scott.
You have more
You
computer
guys don't
problems.
understand. In the last year, I have bought enough computers that I could have just bought a freaking small backhoe for my claim.
That sounds like user error.
User error.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, come on now, Scott. Think about it. How many computers have you bought this year?
3
3 in a year.
in a year.
Yeah. You had to.
I don't even remember the last time I
The
bought.
back broke off the other one. The electric cord wouldn't charge the other one, so I broke that off inside of it. Because if it ain't gonna work for me, it ain't gonna work for nobody.
Right.
I bought this new one, and like I said, we were on Zoom the other night. There's no problem.
Yeah.
I tried to go through your link. No, not the right password.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
we don't
was.
understand because I got
Yeah,
on.
Rich got on, Jaron got on. Now everybody gets
All I
on.
did was click the link.
He was doing everything right.
Why
Right.
can't? Why
It
can't
just wouldn't do it. So it's something in the
make stuff?
computer.
Yeah, it's something in the computer, something in security settings or something with not
So every time I
a
get it
Probably what it
downloaded,
is.
you got games and crap that nobody plays and nobody cares about because they get paid.
All right, don't forget to mute your microphone just so I don't have to hear Scott rant. Because we're live.
You asked the question. I didn't know you were live.
Well, Scott, what time is it?
All right, showtime. We're live.
All right, Jaron, you got some gold prices for us.
So we have in open market gold is at 1853 and 27 cents, up or down 0.18%. Silver is at 21.21, down 0.25%. Then the other one I have is platinum at 975 and 11 cents.
Uh-huh.
And the Bitcoin's down from last time, the last show, to
20.
down to 22,467.
Oh.
Wow,
Okay.
that's down a good bit. It wasn't what.
Yeah, it's down a little bit. Seems like everything's down.
23 or 24, I think it was. I don't remember.
At least it's above 1,800. That's all I care about.
Yeah, as long as gold's 1,800, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. All right. Jane just wondered which way should she hold her phone. I'd say sideways works best. Do you concur?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Dennis always uses his phone. He puts it sideways so it's a full screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I told her sideways. Okay. Sideways.
Sideways.
Sideways. Okay, so I guess
So is there snow in Utah there, Jaron?
We haven't got any. I haven't personally got any more since last week. But
Yeah.
I got hit pretty hard. Yeah, I had like about a foot, but with like 2 foot, 3 foot drifts.
Wow.
uh-huh.
And then the next couple storms hit. They didn't hit me. They hit like Matt and they hit Jeff a little bit, but nothing like that first one.
So you ain't working again?
Yeah, we are. We started Friday. So Friday was my first day back again. And then tomorrow we go for like a half day and then
Wow.
probably a full day Tuesday.
Yeah, it's hard to work when there's snow out there. I mean,
It wasn't the snow. It was just this time it was a excavator. The boss went out of town, so they couldn't work.
Interesting. That was kind of nice here. It was 48, 49 degrees, sunny.
it was in the 50s today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Car,
Today was about 65,
65.
but it was
That's
about
better.
38 this morning. So
That's a lot.
The dew was ice this morning.
The dew was
I know
out.
we had frost on the windshield this morning. I was out fired up the smoker at 6:15. We had frost on the windshields.
Yeah, we had, the dew had turned ice this morning, so.
Yeah, I know.
you know, the Bradshaws, most of the snow is melted off the Bradshaws, but as far as the Tontos, you still got plenty of snow, which is
Oh, wow.
which is going to be feeding into the Aquafria, not our river that we wanted, but
Okay.
you know, Black Canyon Creek is being fed off of Prescott. So I thought about a month ago, which was what, 3 weeks ago, that we were going to be done with water. it's looking like at least another 2 months, so.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
You can't get to the claim. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, we can get to it, having to wait across it, but depending on the time it, right now it's raging. I don't want to take it.
Is the equipment still up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I still
okay.
got
So at least
equipment
you
up
got to do is just get to the equipment.
Yeah.
And then have dry ground to run it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can't get our guest on here. Jared, you want to? Okay. Send that link to her on Messenger, and I'll text it to her, and we'll see what happens. So, talk amongst yourselves for a minute, guys.
Okie dokie.
I can't friggin' see if I wasn't so blind.
So, did you guys get into anything today, or was you just hanging out? Being a
Just
Sun-
hanging out.
Well, I had a project to deal with a local here in town, he needed me to
okay.
help him build a barn for his donkeys.
Oh, that dude.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna get to borrow one?
Did you say burrow one?
We thought
That's
about
what I
it.
said. Scott,
Spray
borrow one.
Yes. I don't know if they would really
The
appreciate it.
wonky donkey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I went and helped build a barn for some donkeys today.
Are these like full size donkeys or miniature donkeys?
Well, no, they're wild donkeys.
Oh, okay.
That'd be full size. Full
Yeah.
size.
Tito and Norman.
Oh yeah.
Tito and Norman.
You say keto?
Okay.
Tito.
Like the vodka.
Exactly. Like the vodka.
Hmm.
And they got to know me pretty well. Of course, I kind of feed them green leaves. Whatever. Every time I show up.
Mm. A Norman.
And not that kind of green leaves either.
Norman.
I'll go grab a branch off of some
Jared,
live tree and say, here you go.
Yeah, I sent the links. I don't have her as friends, but I
okay.
haven't seen that she's seen it or anything.
All right. Let me give it a shot here.
I was running the smoker this morning.
You guys
I
talking?
did a batch of ring blown up, but I did it regular beef and pork.
Hmm.
And then I did 6 rings of the regular and then 3 rings of the garlic. Which I was afraid I added too much garlic, but it all turned out good. I had to sample it here earlier this evening just to make sure I wasn't giving a raunchy product. Turned out pretty good.
Good. Awesome.
I did make one mistake, but I got my hot water bath too hot and it started, it put out a fat behind the casing, which is
Uh-huh.
not good. So you got to take the casing off anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah, I shouldn't have did that. I had the water bath too hot. You learn from your mistakes. That's the thing.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't let it do it very often, but we got out of control on me.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
On the wife because she turned the burner up. So
Okay. Okay. I'm trying
she
to-
said, "Well, the water's not boiling." I said, "I don't want it to boil. I want it 165 degrees. That's all I wanted." She had to suck her up to like 200. I was like, "No, don't do that."
Too many cooks.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We got somebody joining us.
Oh, maybe that's Jane.
Nope.
Links. I
There we are.
There we
There
go.
she is.
Wait,
got
did,
it.
did we get her?
That's hard
How you
for me.
doing?
Hold on. Let me see. We got her. Okay. All right. Figured one of them would work.
I made it.
I sent it to
Right.
like every Jane Kilcher on Facebook has just got a link to the show. So if
Driving
we
me to drink, making me do technology.
yeah, so if we have a few more dropping in,
Okay.
everybody understand. How are you tonight, Jane? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm on right now.
Oh yeah, we're live.
We're live.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
My first podcast.
Your first podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's the first of many, probably.
I don't know.
I don't-
Popular, so
yeah, wait, yeah, because I thought I already heard
Come
about
sit
you
down.
going on another show too. So
You're good.
Not a podcast.
no,
Mm-mm.
oh, maybe I'm wrong.
I
Interesting.
don't know.
So, how you been? What's been going on?
I've been doing good. I've been doing really good. I've been playing in the snow.
Playing in the snow?
Mm-hmm.
Rather you than me.
Right?
No snow. Keep that crap
Oh,
away
no.
from us. You know?
We have snow till like May.
God, yeah. You
how
definitely.
do you guys deal with that all the time? My goodness, every day.
I think like nobody, like on January and February, because the days are so much shorter and darker. Like, yeah, that's like, it's not ideal. But then March comes around and there's like sunnier, longer days. And we're just like, oh, like we don't really get a spring. Spring is just like a muddy, muck up mess.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
Right.
do you guys really deal with a lot of flooding and stuff then too?
not yet, but soon. Soon, like where I live, our road will close and we all have to walk in or four-wheel in or like, yeah, basically those two options.
Interesting. So, you were,
Whereabouts are you?
yeah.
I'm on a homestead right now.
And that's what
Okay.
part of Alaska is that?
So, okay, they told me to go long ways.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So there's a town of Homer, and then I'm like a 20-minute drive past Homer. Like,
Okay.
just
Okay.
keep going past the town. And then we're on our own road. It says Kilcher Road.
Oh, that's cool.
And then like it's like maybe 2 miles long, but then there's like a switch back to the beach. So maybe 3 miles long. But we have to maintain it ourselves and things.
Right. Now you said there's a beach. Is there any gold on that beach like there is down in Nome Beach?
No.
No, have you checked it?
The Kilchers would have found it long ago. There's a lot of coal on the beach.
Oh, really?
Not a coal, yeah.
But
Yeah, we have
is-
coal beans like on our cliffs and they just drop it. And like when we heat our houses with coal,
Oh, okay.
like my stove can take coal. It's
Mhm.
messy, but it's doable and it's free. Just pick it up off the beach.
Don't coal burn hotter too than wood
It boils it longer too.
and longer, right?
And
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
a
what
Like
I-
lot of
shadow.
people have coal fireplaces and stuff. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's
they're
really
messy
good.
though.
Well, yeah, but it's free heat.
Phone shadow. Like, yes. Okay.
Interesting. But there's no gold down there on Kilcher Road.
No, not that I know of. Wait, gosh, let me see if I can pause this thing. Hold it. Okay. No, there's no gold that I know of. And sometimes across the bay, people try to go gold mining, but they're not really lucky. And
Right.
then, but up the road, like at Girdwood, there's Crow Creek Mine. And like, I spent like my birthday there, like when I was 8 years old, because it's
Right.
like kind of a cutie touristy thing to do.
Okay. So you were pretty much born and raised there, right?
I'm born in Texas, but
Oh,
I
you're-
mean, I came right to, I'm like half Texan, half Alaskan. And I went to college at UT Austin, but I was born in Texas, but like taken to Alaska immediately. My mom just didn't want to have me in Alaska
Okay.
because it was a little bit more backwoods then.
All right.
But
Yeah, a little bit.
I love Texas and I go back all the time. And my parents live there now. They did 25 years in Alaska and then they went back and retired there.
Oh,
Okay. And you decided to stay. You're
Well,
just,
yeah, that's all I know except for college.
Yeah.
And I love it here.
do you?
Hmm.
It doesn't
Yeah, I
ever
won't-
get too tough for you.
No, I'm
No?
not moving. I'm not moving out of Alaska ever.
All right.
did you get any more Black Oz? Learn how to shoot?
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's like you get scoped once and that's it. And you're in a
Yeah.
scope club. I got out of a couple of police tickets.
You had a nasty one, I'll tell you. You
And then I had a lot of dinners bought for me, but they all said like, and actually I was lucky because I didn't have a scar. My father-in-law and my husband both have scars from getting scoped.
really, yeah,
dude.
you had a nasty one, I'll tell you. That was
Well, I mean, I don't know anybody else that learns to hunt on television. So that's like,
Yeah.
when I get a lot of the like stupid comments, I'm like, well, you go learn to hunt like
right.
on TV with experts that are like,
Right. Yeah.
you know, they're
Yeah.
great. Luckily,
Yeah,
my
but
husband's patient with
You
teaching,
learned
but
from your mistakes, so you didn't do it again. So
right. And I made them all. I had misfire. I had gun jam on me, and like,
Yeah. And you
but
go
everything
out.
I killed died right away. And I have to tell you, because I'm kind of a wimp. If I went through a horrible hunting experience, I'd probably never hunt again.
Right. And you go out a lot by yourself, don't you?
Only for ptarmigan,
For ptarmigan?
for
Okay.
birds. I'll go
Oh, I
by
thought you
myself.
went out for bigger game than that by yourself.
I did one solo hunt,
Okay.
I'm lucky because I got that caribou in 2 hours.
Okay.
Like it just went the right way. And it was a 300-yard shot, but I had sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had it.
Wow.
But I prefer to hunt with backup and company.
Oh yeah. That
Because
must
that's
have
how I
been,
am.
that
You're
must
pretty
have been
mean
the
with the
show I
club
seen.
too, I hear.
Oh God, I just want that fish to die, and they flop back in the water. Like, you know how many fish I've lost because they just flop back in the water? Whatever. Or I just don't want to see them flap.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then it
Jane.
scares people. I like to scare people, make them think I'm violent.
Okay, Jane. Between the homesteading and the ghost prospecting, what's your most memorable parts? Hoping prospecting.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, having a good day, like out on the dredge or the ice, like that's like, yeah, you see why people get gold fever.
Right.
And then the camaraderie of like all the teamwork that goes into it. Of course, y'all know, but like I loved it. Like we like working with Emily, we have a lot of good days. Like she does really good for the size dredge she's on.
Mhm.
Like as far as her overhead. So
Now, are you gonna actually dive for her, or are you gonna?
no, never. No, nobody's
outside?
selling diving to me. No one has sold
Oh,
it.
come on!
He's almost
You
died
gotta
twice.
try it at least once, girl. You gotta
They
try
told me I'm not allowed to cuss, and right now I just want to cuss.
You can cuss a
A
little.
lot.
it.
And
Little
no,
bit.
I'm not. And the divers come up, and sometimes they can't even talk to you for like 15 minutes
Right.
because they're just exhausted. And then honestly, like what you see on TV and in real life, there is a lot of whining that goes on from those divers. Like, you don't want to hear me whine because that would be me nonstop. They're too cold. They're too hot. What's their air? And they're worried because, just a few degrees off of anything, your air pressure or your water temperature, you're not a happy camper.
Right.
I've seen tons of divers get the bends.
Oh wow.
I didn't know you could get the bends at 25, 30
I
feet,
didn't
but you
either,
can.
yeah.
And they go to the
Oh,
hospital.
you can.
And that's what they say they have. Or
Wow.
decompression, coming up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's my daughter.
It's not the depth, it's the repetition over days that
Huh.
does it.
I have no idea.
It's still coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going up too fast.
Yeah.
They
Rich,
even have rules that when they come up, they can't even get on an airplane for like a certain amount of time. They have to look at a table.
Yeah.
Like how much time they have to be on
All
land
pressure.
before they can get in the airplane.
okay.
It's all pressure.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to be up in an airplane and get the bends.
Yeah. That wouldn't.
Oh
be the
gosh,
place.
no.
That would not be the place.
But nobody sells diving. Not a single person. Not to me.
Oh.
So
So
I'll
were
just
you
stay at
nervous
top.
when Emily left you topside and let she just lift and let you be topside? Was that make you nervous or?
Well, I mean, I've always been around boats and I have a 200-ton license. Well, it's expired now, but I could probably go get it now that I've been on a dredge for a long time. So I feel boat savvy. I think like if a problem happens, I can just have the diver come up immediately. So that's like a saving grace. But then there's always just nervousness anytime basically like somebody's life is in your hands a little bit.
Right.
I mean, or a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
definitely.
responsibility. I mean,
And so, but it helps out that they're only like, for me, that they're only 25 feet down.
yeah.
And, like if I had to pull them up, I could, not, they're not dead weight when they're buoyant in the water.
Right.
hmm
Now,
So no, I haven't gotten super nervous. But I hate like taking a skiff back in like really bad weather because where I live, like if it's whitecaps out, you don't get in a rinky-dink skiff and go back to town. Like,
right.
I wear a life jacket, and I get nervous with that because I've seen like so many boats flip with like tide rips or just one bad rogue wave or so. I don't know.
That'd be
Safety.
crazy. But are you thinking on doing it again?
Yeah, well, I did 3 seasons with them, and so
Oh, okay. All
you
right.
just haven't seen him yet.
Right,
I
of
have
course
ice
we just
season
haven't
coming up, and Emily wasn't there for ice season very much because she was having her baby,
Right.
cutest baby ever, and so I was out there running it for her, and then she comes back, and then we did last summer, but now she has her baby, so she can't just be out there full time.
Right.
And I did learn quickly, I am out there for a reason. It's because she can trust me. Like, whoa, it's like a backstabbing, I don't know. It is the wild, wild west out there. And you go through a lot of divers.
Sure.
So many of them are cool though, but like there's
Yeah.
still like
Like-
something.
Okay.
They're guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see why she's tough. Put it that way.
It has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then I hadn't really seen the show. For me, it's like it's a guy's show, kind of. It's my opinion. Sorry, not model for feminism, obviously. But like when I watched it, I was like, whoa, like she's been like backstabbed and like on TV, like you see it, and like
Sure.
treated poorly. And I was like, my God, like they're not really treating the men that way too much.
All right.
Well,
Like
it's tough being a woman gold prospecting. I mean,
it is, and I couldn't believe it. So.
Would-
But I've got a lot of respect for Emily, and she's a hard worker, and she runs like a tight ship, and I like that.
Oh, she
Go
did
get her.
it. Yeah, she did it. She set her goal and she did it, and that's what's cool.
have we had her on the show before, Tim?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's been a
It was a
while.
long time ago. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, she's been on for sure. And
Now, let's say, Jane, you want to
Mhm.
decide, go ahead and get yourself a dredge and hire a dredge. Would you do that?
I am happy to work for Emily, but I don't want I don't want to be responsible for anybody, and I don't want to have to deal with people quitting and me firing people and like worrying about engine trouble.
Even if it was land dredging and not ocean dredging.
Well, I think it's like too, like the commitment is so strong, but like she has to deal with like all the problems that come with being a boss.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
We went through so many divers, like, and everybody does. Like everybody does. It's insane. And like, I don't know. And like, I don't want to. I'm not a big like fighter. I feel like you're gonna have to like be a bitch or something.
yeah, but ain't all that gold worth it to be like, it might be worth it to get a dredge and start doing this.
Well, then it's like you're married to it.
All right, yeah, well, because it's a job, I guess, sort of.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
compared to the homesteading and the gold prospecting, which would you rather do?
I want to do both, and I'm doing both. So after that, I'm getting like the best of both worlds.
All right, so are you going to do any other kind of gold prospecting then? Like
No, I
something?
would probably just go back and do stuff with Emily.
Okay, that's
Maybe like
it.
a trip somewhere, like a fun trip, but nothing serious.
Right. Like
I mean,
some inland
no
mining.
mysterious.
Yeah. Or you could even do some like river dredging and you can get under the water and like that. See? Maybe not. You're not 20 feet down then. You're only like
Talking to
4 feet
addicts.
down. It's not that bad.
Or heck, you can come out to the desert and do some dry washing.
Desert dry washing, no
Metal
water.
detecting,
Oh,
give it
dang.
a shot.
Yeah.
No, it's all fun. Like I mean, oh my gosh, well, you do have like really long days out there, but it's still a lot of fun.
All right.
It's mostly fun. It's fun more than it's not.
Now, did you enjoy like the cleanup part when you actually get to see what you guys found and stuff?
Yeah, the cleanup part's fun. There's a lot of camaraderie.
Uh-huh.
And when you're, of course, if you're not doing well, you didn't have a good dive, like it's kind of more of a chore, but
Right.
we definitely had a lot of good days and good dives and good clean outs. And then you kind of like, for us, we just don't clean it out until there's enough gold to like make it worth it.
All right. So
I'm
like
shocked,
how
like people just leave gold in their sluice boxes in the harbor and just walk away. And I'm like, oh my God, it's thousands and thousands of dollars.
yeah, why would
But
they,
it's kind of
why
like
would-
maybe if you steal and gnome, you don't get to come back or you disappear. I don't know.
I would just think you would clean it up every day after the end of every trip.
Or have buckets to put it in. Yeah.
Yeah, just to
No.
dump it in, get it all out of the boxes, get your carpets back in, your mats, and be ready for
Maybe
the
I should have said that.
Watch-
Correction, we clean them every day. You'll never find gold.
Yeah, that's what you do every day. Take the mats and put them in a bucket. And clean
Every
it up
day we
every
lie.
day. Man,
Every day that I go down to the claim and go sluicing, I'm pulling that material up and put it in the bucket, and I'm having to climb it up the canyon.
oh
And
yeah.
trust me, it's at least 500-foot climb.
I would always be
Dang.
afraid of washing out the box. I mean,
That's what you do. It's
Yep.
just every day. Now, what was do you have like a most memorable moment being out there?
Well, yeah, memorable. Like you always remember, like if I can't cuss, but what am I trying to say? When like sh something hits the fan, like you always remember that.
Oh, when the shit
But-
hits the fan, you can
you
say
could say that.
Oh, I was told not to cuss.
well, no,
Oh,
just try to avoid the F bomb.
Oh, okay. That's because I'm really bad at swearing.
So are we.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Someone rained, so I know.
Oh my God. Like a memorable day for me is like flat calm, which it's rarely flat calm.
All right.
And then we just have a really good day of diving, and everybody's just super happy because like being on the best gold possible, probably.
Sure.
And it's flat calm.
I got you.
We had a couple of days like that where just all day was great.
Okay, here's another one. What would you rather do? Gold or fishing? I know you love fishing.
Well, that depends where I'm fishing.
Okay.
It's such a tough call. I mean, because the gold's like definitely thrilling, but oh,
But
I'm
fishing.
so sorry. I'm only gonna say fishing.
Okay, what's your favorite type of fishing to do?
I was gonna ask you.
I'm sorry, Rick.
But
I get tied for two. I love fishing on the river,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like deep sea fishing.
Oh, okay. And what are those ones that you catch that you always shoot? What are those?
Oh, so those are halibut, and
Those are
we
halibut?
basically we shoot anything over 50 pounds, or like they just have this like fight once they come out of the water when they're
Uh-huh.
and it's really easy to lose your halibut,
Okay.
especially when they weigh over 50 pounds and you got your gaff. You got to get that gaff in so quick because they'll flop right off that hook.
Oh, wow.
And even though it's a really big hook, but so many, and when you see a fish that big, you don't want to lose it. And so when you shoot it in the face, you're not going to eat the face.
All right.
It just makes them just limp and calm. And then you can, because you're gaffing that fish.
Mhm.
And then sometimes there's 3 gaffs in that fish to pull them over. And you just want a copacetic fish.
Yeah.
Much easier to deal with. And then even when they get on the boat, they can flap so hard, like they can knock you down. Like one of my friends got when the halibut came aboard, and it was like 60 pounds, and we were like, oh, we don't need to shoot it. Like, it's fine. It's just a 60-pounder. It got on board and it flapped him and it hit him right in his crown jewels.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's.
And I was screaming at him to get up. I was like, get up and help. And he's like, I can't. And I was like, why are you screaming like that? Like in this high-pitched voice. And then I realized what happened. And he's like shriveled up in the corner of the boat. And I was like, that's why we shoot fish. All right, next time.
Now, how do you do that on a boat? You say you're shooting it. What do you hold it up in the air and shoot it? Are you shooting at your boat?
No,
or-
somebody's got like a gaff in it already. And then,
Oh, okay.
and then,
Up
or it's just
beside
really
the
fun.
boat, you shoot through it into the
It's-
water.
It's not, we don't shoot it on the boat. We shoot it while it's still it's just coming out of the water. And like, just like a little Glock or something.
Uh-huh. Like a 9mm, it looks like, usually.
Oh yeah, those do the job.
That
Really
looks
quick.
like it, yeah. And it's like, aren't they afraid they're going to shoot a hole in the boat?
No, we would never even aim close to the boat. Like,
Right,
no,
'cause-
we're like, our hand is like over the boat shooting.
Right. Yeah, I've seen.
So
It's like,
did you ever use any of those bang sticks?
And watch them
the what sticks?
It's called a bang stick. Basically like a shell that goes into something that screws, and it's a rod, and when you hit it, it goes off.
Oh no, we've never done that.
Okay. You can use
Mhm.
that for fishing too, just
yeah.
get down in it.
Okay.
You're talking about a bang stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Use them on sharks.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Quick kill.
That sounds like something we did when I fished for tuna once.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
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 You fished for tuna before too?
In Hawaii.
And did you catch one?
Well, I did it like commercial fishing, and it was like hand line fishing. It's called Ikoshibi. And
Mhm.
it's for like yellowfin and big eye. And then on our way out to these big buoys where they were like 24-hour journey out. Then we would also troll for mai,
Mhm.
El Dorado, mai. And but I'm not crazy. Those are fun to catch, and they change colors. But I'm not crazy about eating them. But I love tuna.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that's like one of the best tasting fishes ever.
Yeah. So you've done commercial fishing as well as just
I
recreation.
did like 11 years of commercial fishing.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a big deal. On what kind of fishing boats? All kinds or?
I've been on longliners. That's Emily texting me. Oh my gosh. I've been on longliners and seiners and gillnetters
Okay. And now do
and some trollers.
now you really like doing that or?
Oh, I loved it. But like that chapter of my life is done for good reason. Then I became a mom. And
Right.
things like that. And then I thought for sure, like, oh, my mom will come up and I'll go fishing again, but I wasn't going anywhere.
Huh. Wow.
I miss it sometimes because that's like a big thrill too, but I don't miss like the long periods away and then how stinky the bait is. And It's, it was good for when I was in my teens and my 20s.
Wow. That's a heck of a job to do when you're in your teens and your 20s, though, to work on.
Oh, you know what? These fishermen, they like to get the kids in high school because like we don't drink, we're on time, we're like half shares at first, we work our butt
Right.
off. So they love getting like us high school. Like I'm from a town that's like commercial fish based.
Okay. Interesting, though. Dang, you got quite the resume. What else have you done?
I'm a nurse.
Oh, you are really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
When
That's
I
cool.
work remote as a nurse. Like we've got native villages across the bay that I work at. I've never worked like in the town of Homer. Oh, I have. I have. But just like filling in
Right.
for COVID or something.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I
I'm
guess.
gonna sip my drink.
Yeah, it's good to have a nurse out there on the dredge. Then I guess if somebody does get hurt, you're right there. Interesting.
I'm off duty.
Yeah. Oh, you're off duty when you're on the dredge. Okay.
Mm-mm. No, of course not. Luckily, we haven't had like any major things.
Right.
So.
Interesting. I know Rich was talking about. I guess he's seen you on one of the shows. I guess you was clubbing a fish by the river or something that you.
Sure.
Yeah, or anywhere. I mean, you do it
Yeah.
off the foot too, depending if it's a smaller one.
Yeah, it
a
looked
lot
like.
of fish.
Yeah.
And Gnome's got great fishing.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, have you fished anywhere else other than there, or have you? I mean, is there any other states you've went to and gone fishing? I know, like I said, I know you love fishing, so.
Well, I fish all over the state of Alaska, like all over.
Right.
And then, well, of course, I fished in Texas
Mhm.
and in Hawaii and in Mexico, and just some like river fishing, like in Oregon and Washington.
Right.
Yeah. I've been
That's
to
about it.
Kenai. I fished
Okay.
in
The
Kenai.
Kenai.
Kenai, yeah.
That's what I grew up fishing on.
Yeah.
That's a great river.
And where's
It's like
that?
I was there back in probably 80. No, it was 92, I believe.
I was there too.
I actually wanted to live there. I got out of the military and one of my friends lived there. And so I basically moved. Me and my wife packed up and moved there. And we only stayed there for like 30 days and left because it was too hard to make it,
That's a
We had
beautiful
a good
river.
job,
Full
worked at
fish.
Napa Auto Parts, and there was no way we were going to be able to survive. I mean, just making $9 an hour and paying the stuff that what it was back then, I can't imagine.
Yeah, Alaska's expensive.
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Oh, that's in Alaska where you're talking about?
Yeah, that was Kenai where we're at.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours from my house, and I'm there a lot. I'm there like a lot. And I grew up.
All they
there.
had at that time was a Big K. The
Big
store,
K?
Big K, Kmart.
Oh,
And that was all they had there in that town at that time was a Big K. And Big K had everything, and you couldn't find it anyplace else at that time. And that was back in the 90s. So
Interesting.
yeah. No, it's like one of our. It's just known for big giant kings, like the record-breaking king salmon comes from there, which is like 88 pounds or something, and then full of like beautiful sockeye, which are red salmon, and the trout is insane too.
well, I had
Like
smaller rods.
world-class trout.
I had the smaller rods and I was pissing people off just going down in. And I went to Kmart and just started buying lures and just went down and just started throwing them in and started catching salmon. And they were all pissed off. What are you using anyway? I have no clue what I'm doing. I just went to Kmart and bought these lures.
Okay, Jane, here's a little touchy subject that I'm gonna ask you.
Uh-oh.
Are you pro Preble or con Preble?
You mean a treble hook?
Oh,
Preble mine. Are you for it or against it?
Pebble.
Oh, Pebble mine.
Yeah.
We side with the natives on this, so we're against it.
Okay.
It's like we don't live around it, but the native Alaskans will be affected and live around it, and possibly Bristol Bay, which is all the fishermen. So I'm always going to take the side of the native Alaskans for sure,
Yeah.
and fishermen.
Right.
So, and the
and-
fishermen don't want it, and the native Alaskans don't want it, and that's who it directly affects. Like,
Judging
my
by
my
the
husband
mine-
wears a no Pebble mine sign
Yeah.
on TV.
Right.
Yeah. Judging by the amount of minerals that's in that area, it is controversial. with the eel
Yeah.
water and the salmon and everything. So I was just kind of curious what your
You
take is.
convince the fishermen and the Native Alaskans to want it, then I'll want it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of them deals. It's not happened yet. Is that
No.
what it is? Okay.
Keeps getting blocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Understand. I was wondering because, like you said, I see the hat on the show, and it's like, what's that?
And like I really stay out of politics and religion on TV because it divides people, and it's too bad that it does.
Right.
So
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and by saying that too, like I don't know so much the guys on the Gold Show, but on our show, I think like I'm probably the person that thinks most about religion and politics, but I still stay out of it the most.
sometimes you're better off staying out of it. Right. We try to steer clear of it too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good times.
It just creates issues. Right.
So what's the biggest
And then
fish
you
you've
would be
ever caught?
surprised. Like people, I think like Charlotte went to a women's march, just a women's march, and it didn't have anything to do with politics really. And she got like so much hate mail. Charlotte's my husband's aunt, who I'm really close with, on the homestead.
Right.
She got just a lot of really mean comments just for going to a women's.
Really?
And people assuming that she was like against Trump or not. Like she's never even said what her politics are.
Right.
And it was just strictly like a women's thing. And I was like, oh my God. And then like half of her following like dumped her. And I was like, oh my God, these people and they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know how you feel.
They get butthurt.
They did. And I was just kind of shocked. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep, they do. Definitely. It's crazy. Jaron, you was asking Jane a question.
So what is the biggest fish you ever caught and where did you catch it? Was it commercial or on your own?
I have 206-pound halibut. And it was an overnight trip. And I remember I really pushed hard for Discovery to give me an overnight trip because I was like, I really need to like get a lot of hooks in the water and, big fish, big bait. And they're like, okay, Jalen, this is an overnight trip. This is a lot. Like, cause we always have to have security people going with us for, the rules.
Right.
And they're like, can you at least like, please come back with 100-pound fish? And I was like, I can't guarantee anything except for we're going to catch a lot of fish because I'm going to try my hardest. Like, this is like me trying my hardest. And it was like the second day, 8 a.m. in the morning. And I had a giant fish head as a bait, a salmon head. Legally, we could do that then. And it just came out of the water. I thought it was a skate, so it wasn't fun. And like it's on TV, but TV doesn't show you that I've spent 45 minutes to an hour pulling it up.
Wow.
And I thought it was a skate because we had caught in 2 skates before that, and it was my turn to pull up a skate. The skate and the skate on the surface area had was 6 feet or 7 feet on the 2 that we pulled up before. So it's like just pulling up dead weight. They don't fight, but so do barn doors. That's what we call really big halibut.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I finally saw it glowing in the water, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Here I was lackluster and upset and just bruises all over my legs because the pole's going into my leg. And then it decided to fight. And I was like, are you effing kidding me? So
you have to shoot it too?
Oh yeah. That was a shooter. And we had 3. One of the deckhounds that was with me, who's one of my best friends, Cody, he's 6'3", and he was taller, or the fish was taller than him.
Wow.
But it was, you take the measurements, because we gutted it. Well, you take the measurements and you can weigh it when it gets back. But yeah, it was 206 pounds.
Wow.
Cow. So that's.
And all of it was good. There wasn't a single bat that ate it the whole thing. All of it was good.
Uh-huh.
So people are like, oh, bigger fish don't taste as good as the smaller ones. That's just what they tell people, because if you're getting small fish, they just want to make you feel good.
A fish like that will fill a daggone cooler big time.
There's a cooler big enough.
Fish.
Holy cow! What'd you do? Chop him up to put him in the cooler?
That's a lot of halibut.
You know what? I sent a lot of that fish to LA to our editors and to our producers and our executive producers, because they wanted them to know how killer this fish is, because it's halibut's one of my favorite fishes to eat.
Yeah,
okay.
They are good.
With instructions and seasonings and don't you overcook this fish because it's just too dry. That's why people don't like it. But no, I actually send them a lot of things, kind of butter them up too. Can you edit me where I'm nicer?
Oh, Jesus.
Because you can do a whole day. They can make you look like you're pouty, or they can make you look like you're funny. My husband's so funny, and they hardly ever show him being funny.
Right.
And he's like, like when people meet him, they're like, he's so freaking funny. On the show, he's so aloof and like,
Yeah.
kind of remote and serious. And it's like, I don't know. You get him all day. And then maybe he's too funny because his sense of humor is kind of warped, but that's what I like.
Now on
Right.
the homestead, you guys do a lot of smoking and stuff too, right? Smoking the fish and everything, or
Oh, yeah, totally.
yeah,
I love smoking fish and smoking meat.
yeah.
Yeah. Rich.
Like I make
there you
really
go.
good moose jerky.
Oh, I love it. I've been threatening to put a smokehouse in my backyard, but I don't think my neighbors would like that.
Ours is big. It kind of looks like an outhouse, but you wouldn't want to use it as an outhouse because you'll burn your butt.
Yeah.
But maybe if somebody was really drunk, they might walk into it. Ugh, it would be awful though.
Yeah. Gee.
It
So,
would.
but that halibut was over 200 pounds. Is that like almost a record, or is it a record?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, there's bigger. There's bigger. Well, I mean, not everybody gets to catch a 200-pound halibut. I can't ever see topping that, and I can fish for halibut the rest of my life. But yeah, we have a derby, and sometimes the derby fish is under 200, sometimes it's 300.
Wow. Wow.
But that's like the biggest fish caught between from when the derby starts, which is all summer and like all of September.
Wow.
So no, that's a big fish. That's like you don't get to see fish over 200 pounds very often on the
Yeah. Where
we live.
Holy cow. That's huge, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
wasn't expecting it. I was definitely not. I was really hoping and praying for like 100-pound fish. So when I got the 206-pound fish, I was just like, boom, like, thank you. And we were taking turns. I was super lucky it was my turn.
Okay. Is there a dream place you want to go fishing, like the Australia or somewhere weird like that you just want to go and fish?
Oh yeah, Belize or Costa
Belize?
Rica.
Belize.
Down the reef.
Okay.
I've been there. I've been to Belize. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, and what kind of fish do you guys catch there?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Wet ones.
Just one.
What?
Flat ones. Yeah.
One's in
And
water.
also, like, I just recently was in Florida and I didn't get to go fishing, but I ate grouper and I was like, oh my God, this fish is so good.
Ah.
So next time if I ever go to Florida again, I'm going to make somebody take me grouper fishing.
So you just try to go fishing everywhere you go.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, and I like ice fishing.
Oh, you like ice fishing?
You don't.
Yeah, I guess my dream trip would be like to go up to Kotzebue, which is above the Arctic Circle. And there's a fish called sheefish. And like Kotzebue's got all these beautiful waterways. That's where I hunt in my caribou.
Okay.
And they've got all these beautiful waterways. And so in the wintertime, you can snow machine out and ice fish. And in the summer, you just get on a skiff. And when I say waterways, like it's like a road system. And there's like cabins way back then. Or there's cabins way back there that the people that live in Kotzebue like will go do fish camps in. But I would love to ice fish a sheefish.
A
They're
she
huge.
a she-fish. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
like SHEEFISH, sheefish.
Oh, okay. I thought
They're really big and they're a clean white fish to eat.
Okay. Interesting.
It'd be like
Well, it looks in that
extreme
belief
fishing.
barrier reef, you can catch snappers, groupers, barracudas, tarpon, and amberjacks. And in the deeper water, you can get sailfish, marlin, mahi-mahi, tuna, kingfish, dorado, mackerel,
geez.
wahoo, amberjack, snook, and pompano.
Okay. So there's some big.
I want those groupers. That is like, it's such a good fish. I was shocked.
Never had it.
Oh my God, it's a game changer.
I never will. Grouper.
Yeah.
How about just some simple trout or salmon? Good enough.
I like trout.
Okay. And the salmon are good.
Love salmon.
You do a lot of salmon fishing though, right?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
And that's what
We
you
can-
guys.
We can do it subsistence where I live, like right on Kilcher Beach. We can do subsistence, and it's only for silvers, but I love silvers. With like a net that we
Mhm.
can throw out, like a gill net,
Yeah, I remember you guys doing that before, I believe. Yeah.
and then we can go dip netting and get like for my household, we can get 45.
Mm.
Ah. Oh, so you got a limit on how many you can get per household?
Uh huh.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Interesting.
That's 45, what, a day or a week or?
Oh, it depends. Like if it's the fishery, like if it's every fishery is a little bit different, but normally like the limit would be 45 for the family. So like you can get it in 1 day or 3 days or whatever, but
Gotcha.
and then some of them let you come back and do it again. But Just depends.
Yeah.
We're always, the rules are always changing because they have to count the fish before they let us do what they're going to let us do.
Right.
Like I just found out this year that king salmon's closed on my favorite rivers. And I'm like, but they're not getting the counts they want. Just like the crab, like, they're shutting that down for Dutch Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Very sad, but it's like the numbers aren't there. So if you want them to come back,
Right.
Yeah.
you got to follow the rules.
Now, have you ever done that? Have you ever done the crab fishing?
Yes.
You
But
have?
I did it with, in Nome actually,
Gee.
but I did it with smaller pots, so 300-pound pots. Like Deadliest Catch guys are dealing with 800-pound pots.
Okay.
And then the king crab in Norton Sound, that's the body of water, the Bering Sea that's right outside of Nome. Those king crab are smaller.
Okay.
They're still king crab and they taste the same, but they're smaller crabs, so we can use smaller pots.
Okay.
And you still got, a boom to drag around. So it's like, you're not picking up an 800-pound pot, you're not picking up a 300-pound pot. You're just guiding it,
Okay.
while somebody is like running,
Dang, but you've done that too.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't my first time in Nome.
So pretty
But I
much.
knew how crazy it was there because Nome's a really crazy place to be. Crazy good. Love Nome. A lot of
Nome
friends
is-
there.
Nome is a crazy good place to be.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I just broke my mom's rule. She said, don't ever drink or eat on TV because you're a mess. I'm like this.
All right. We all do it too. It's like,
And it's champagne with a straw.
There you go.
Sorry, Mom.
Is it really?
Yes.
Champagne with a straw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it works faster.
Isn't that wrong with
I
guess-
love straws too. My daughter bought me this so I could have a straw. I don't like metal ones, but there's a rubber end.
Oh. Oh, okay. I got
I
you.
guess they're bad for the environment, so there's no more straws.
That's what we hear. Yeah.
We bury our trash, so I'm like,
You
what?
come to Arizona, they're all plastic straws here.
Hey,
They are here too in
I
Ohio.
don't have to cart around my
I
own
hate
straw.
those damn paper ones.
They're a joke.
Oh,
Cardboard
I
straws.
know. They
How
just
can you
disappear
use it?
while you're using
Waste
it.
ever.
Yeah. No, there's
I
plastic
went to a
straws.
pizza shop the other day and they had cardboard straws, and I was like,
Really?
Whoa.
See, down
Yeah.
our way, I wouldn't think
I was like, what the heck is this thing? It's made out of freaking cardboard.
that's your straw. Enjoy
Enjoy it. It's all you, Betty.
as it gets soggy while you're drinking your drink, right? No. Nope.
It does. Like by the time you finish your drink, your straw's finished too.
I would think so.
Real.
I took it out and said, nah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Rather have no straw.
Well, you got a
I know.
plastic straw.
Gotta
And
pick
then
your battle.
battery in a plastic case that you can't get into, and then you go and get something else and you can't keep it together and keep it in. So this plastic thing is just a joke.
It's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get
Great
it.
world.
Yeah. It's the world we live in.
Now,
Woo.
I got another question to ask Jane on, their property that they have there in Homer, when you go in towards the east and northeast. Now, have you guys actually looked for gold, or because I know in that region there is known gold deposits?
Really?
I know that they've tried before, like long time before, but across a bay, we can look across a bay. We live on Kachemak Bay,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at it right now. I know across the bay, like in the mountain areas, like Red Mountain, because there's been copper and things, but they look for it there, and I think old timers will go out there like for fun, and they're always hoping to hit it, but I've never actually seen it with my own eyes. I just hear stories.
Right.
Okay. When you hit it towards Anchorage on the north.
Anchorage, yes, you can see it.
Yeah.
I grew up in Anchorage before I moved to Homer, and with Little Rabbit Creek ran through my yard, and when we'd follow that creek, we'd see tons of old timey, they'd been in that creek 100 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We'd find whatever parts of a sluice box or parts of whatever. And
Okay.
so, well, they got kind of wiped out. I think Crow Creek is the only one, which is in Girdwood. So that's 30 miles south of Anchorage, is the only place where they're still getting gold. And it's in the creeks.
Yeah.
In the
Have
mountains.
you
in the
ever
creek.
been metal detecting at all?
No, but lots of people in my family do.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to metal detecting, what's your what's the best one that they have?
Oh my God. You mean what brand?
Yeah.
Oh, I've no idea. I just know my only funny story is like, I only wear gold, like, and real stuff. Like, I don't wear fake anything. But like Brian Wilder had a really nice metal detector, and I was like, you put it on all my jewelry, so I know that all this jewelry that I've been doing is real. And sure enough, it was like ding ding ding. And I was like, and I was nervous for a minute.
So wait, what does Brian have, Rob? He got a gold monster. I think.
He's got a gold monster 1000. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that one, I'll take that one.
Yeah. I do a lot of metal detecting on the San Diego beaches, so I have a pretty spendy metal detector. It's a Mine Lab CTX 3030. That's about a $2,500 metal detector. But
Oh,
it,
dang.
it paid for itself.
There you
Within
go.
a year. It paid for itself within a year.
See, she should have a gold monster down there, shouldn't she, Rob? Then she
Send
could
me one.
go exploring down there where she's at and see. There's
Someone to Emily and I. Emily doesn't live too far from me.
I
She's
think
like
the
20-minute drive.
Equinox 800 would probably be better off.
which one?
Equinox 800, because then she can do the gold and the treasure hunt, because you don't know, when you're going over to the bay there in Ketchimat Bay and people just sunbathing, they may lose something.
Do people sunbathe down there in Ketchimat Bay?
Hell no.
I didn't think so.
Oh, you got it. There's a couple of stupid idiots that will go sunbathing there.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, I'm sure they're, I don't know. I mean, I get just like a red face from fishing all day or something.
Well, I got a question. Has anyone a question yet?
No, nobody asked your question, Benny.
Okay. What has been, and if you need a minute, that's fine, but what's been the most scariest moment or anything that's ever happened, either while you've been fishing or whatever?
We had a pretty nosy bear once that just kept coming back. And that was like, she took my fish, like and I was like off my, I mean, I had caught a fish and I was reeling it in. And this is on the Russian River, which is next to the Kenai, and they go into one. And then I was like, well, he got my fish. Like, okay, maybe he's going to go away, but he just came right back. And I was like, this is not good. Like, this is his section. And it was like this silent, like you want to scream, but you can't. And just like a silent walk away, like whatever. But anything bear related, I don't like bears. Bears are mean, and they're just getting meaner. Now I have to hear one more story that I can't even believe that it's real. Like the outhouse bear. Did you hear about that?
No.
Like he's in the outhouse, and the bear went through the outhouse and bit him in the butt.
What?
Yeah. And then like another bear story where I fish. I was on the Kenai River, and I went with a guide because it was a rafting one where we were going to go through rapids, which is, way above my pay grade. A bear had just and they normally don't eat people, but it had like ripped off all the limbs and ate the person.
Jeez.
Wow.
Like it did. And like, that's new. Since when did they start, doing that? But they also found like 2 things of bear spray by the drag marks. And this is in Hope, Alaska. The drag marks of the bear taking the person away from their own yard.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
True story. Like, I can't write that. And then there's 2 cans of bear mace. Like, so basically you piss that bear off.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
You never know the wind direction or something. That could blow that mace back in your face, and you're just screwed.
Then you can't see. Get away.
Like, honestly, my husband and I, we don't even go in the woods without always packing heat.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to make the bear book.
Yeah. No.
So anything bear related. In fact, even when I shot my bear, I realized too, like that my father-in-law and my husband had like lagged behind. And like the one time I'm in better shape than those 2. Because they were both, dealing with injuries basically. But I had another hunter behind me, but I popped up on a ridge and I just saw this bear. The bear we were trekking, we were going after him all day. I just didn't know we'd catch up to him so quick. But like adrenaline just took over, and I just dropped down and I popped back up and I shot him standing up. But then I was afraid since I didn't have backup, because people tell you like it's going to take more than one shot for a bear to go down. And that bear never got back up, but I was totally afraid it was going to pop back up. Like I was not going to go check it out. I mean, I could clearly see it wasn't breathing, but I still thought it was like faking me out or something.
Yeah.
So I just stood there in terror with my gun still on it, ready for a second shot for
Wow.
like 10 minutes before like help came for me. And then I was like, I still want to do it. They're like, no, Jane, that bear's dead. And I got it with one shot, and it's a big bear.
Good.
Did you have it mounted or make a rug out of it?
It's over there, but yeah.
Oh, you did?
It's a rug.
There
Mhm,
you
in
go.
my house.
Right on.
All the bears we shoot, we eat them all, and we love to eat black bear. It's one of my favorite meats. It's not
Is it
gamey
good?
at all. Like I don't eat lamb because it's too gamey, but I love black bear. And
Yeah,
moose.
lamb is gamey, but I always heard bear was gamey too, but it's not.
Brown bear is, and a black bear can be gamey, but I feel like once you can't eat fish. If it eats fish, it just tastes like awful.
Mhm.
But if it's eating like foliage in the spring or like blueberries and berries and and it takes like 3 weeks, I think, to get the fish out of their system to where it won't taste gamey.
Huh.
Then they taste great.
Wow. Did not know that.
I mean, I wouldn't
actually-
eat a bear steak, but I mean, they need to be cooked all the way. So like almost all of it I do is ground bear and sausage.
Okay.
And that's even like the kids are like, that's the best sausage in the world.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We
Interesting.
mix it with pork jowl because it's lean,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
but it's killer.
Good to know.
And then we always make rug, like we always want the hides from the black bear.
Oh, sure. That'd make a great rug. Yeah. Especially if it's one you got yourself. Not
Well,
buying them
also a little bit of fact, my black bear is bigger than anybody's bear that they've gotten in the family.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys go out bear hunting every year, don't you?
Yes. My husband and my father-in-law are really proficient at it, and like they always get 1 to 2
Right.
to 3, but that's never been as big.
Yeah.
You got bragging rights now.
You got bragging rights on the biggest
Yeah.
fish, and the biggest bear.
Yeah, and not just like of the whole family.
We actually have a member.
I'm like, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes. His name is Ray Russo. He was actually attacked by a grizzly, and he
Yeah, they're
survived
mean.
it. So, you
Ugh,
know, when Ray talks about bears, he's scared of them.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with no bears.
I mean, hunting, that helps. You got a gun in your hand.
Yeah. That's the only way I'd go out there is if I had a gun in my hand. No other way. Nope.
Gnome's got a lot of bears. A
Ray
lot
and
of
his
bears.
buddy did have a gun, but the bear got him.
Jeez. Now, do you see a lot of bear on your property down there, Jane, where you're at? Yeah.
They do a pretty good job of being elusive,
Uh-huh.
but we know they're in there or they're around. They especially love the canyon. And but yeah, one time my husband went on a hunt for a week across the bay and he came back and there was one right in the canyon, right close to home.
Oh, wow.
So still came home with a bear.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, why don't we just hunt here? But they're just not here in abundance. But
Right.
and then there's so many dogs and cattle and livestock and just us Kilchers being noisy that they just,
Right. I would
keep their
think
distance.
I would think that would bring them in more,
No,
Ooh,
they
the
don't.
hot dog.
The moose don't care. The moose will just walk right up to you. Like, thanks.
I mean, it's like
But
a food
unfortunately,
source.
too, it's not always the moose know when it's moose season, when it's hunting season.
Yeah.
They just disappear. I can't believe it. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? They just know.
Yeah. Deer do
They're
the
like,
same
run
thing.
for the hills.
Yep.
They do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, deer do. Yeah, they head to the safe state ground where they're not allowed to hunt or something.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I swear they do. It's like, really? They're smart. Smart.
They are.
Yeah, without a doubt there. Now, I know you're kind of out there like in the wilderness, right? So you guys,
Mhm.
how do you get where's your power? You guys do solar or?
Well, my house right here that we have is it's just electric from power cables and stuff. But
Oh,
all
yeah,
our hunting
okay.
cabins and our other cabins, we have generators, or solar's kind of taken over. Like we have a 3-bedroom cabin that we do fishing and hunting from. My husband's out there right now, and the solar power's been awesome.
Oh,
Like
really?
we have a refrigerator out there,
Wow.
and that's a game changer because with the generator, you still have to turn things off and like
Right.
clean everything out. But yeah, the salt, and we haven't had a really dark winter yet. So, but we have not lost power from the solar
Okay.
yet. But inevitably it will happen just because of like too many dark days and not enough days, long days to get the power. But we just get really more conservative about it. But then we have generators to back us up.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, I thought you guys were just like way out beyond where the power lines go. But you're not.
No, I mean the power lines go like we've got it's so sad. It's like the reason I moved to Homer is like a hydroelectric dam that my dad worked on slash
Oh.
built. And it's like you'll be out in the middle of nowhere and you'll see power lines.
Okay.
Like nowhere. And so in Alaska, like, yeah, that happens. But like on water is a different story. Like everybody like had an outhouse at one point in time. And just from getting older, making a little bit more money and just getting older, now we have actual plumbing. But I didn't have actual plumbing 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And all our water comes from like springs, or we dig our own wells or things like that.
Okay.
So when I first got to the homestead, it was very rustic. It was very shocking to me. And I drove like a brand new Volvo onto the homestead. And the first thing that happened was the horses, like they made these like C marks on my brand new car. And I was just like, well, there I go.
Yeah.
You know, once you get that first dent or that first, you're like, take it,
Yeah.
scratch it up.
It's over then. It's not the same.
Because I come from like a different world in Oxley, but you know, having kids, you're like, oh no, the homestead's like the right way to raise them. And I was like, yep, I'll go live in this. I actually lived in a barn for 5 years. The barn converted into a cabin, but like, yeah, we had to use saunas to like get clean, you know, no running water. And then like, of course, like heat was chopping wood and coal. But we did have electricity.
So you roughed it for a while.
Oh yeah. And like, we're not home all the time. Like we were at the hunting cabins a lot.
Right.
Or the head of the bay where the cattle are. We're there a lot, and it's 100% roughing it up there. Like no running water, no. Only like a couple of our cabins have electricity, or will bring a generator, but like they're not set up for most of them. Yeah, most of them no.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, it's just it would definitely
These
be rough
Kilchers
one.
don't care. I feel like they prefer it.
It looks like they do. It looks like you guys enjoy it watching the show. Yeah.
So is your husband out hunting now then? Is that where he's at? Or?
Yeah, he's just finishing up. Like ptarmigan just closed for him out there, but he was ptarmigan hunting, and he had like a snare line and things like that. But that's all like he got a bunch of rabbits this year, rabbits and ptarmigan. And so he's kind of like, we kind of switch over from winter mode because like right now we snow machine out to our cabins, and then like the snow's gonna melt where we have to switch out the snow machine and take a 6-wheeler. Like even a 4-wheeler won't make it because it gets really swampy, especially when the snow melts into the muskets and stuff.
So he's running a trap. He's running a trap line out there, or is he just hunting?
Yeah, he makes his own snares and things for rabbits and stuff.
Okay.
And he hunts the rabbits too.
Is he going for the fur too, or is he going for the fur on the rabbits or the
oh yeah, we like to eat them and we like the fur.
Want the pelts?
Yeah, the
pelts. Yeah.
In fact, I have a lot of fur, everything like mittens and hats, and I'm just about to take my lynx up to the Iditarod because I want to make a ruff out of it.
A lynx. Did you get that one yourself, or?
I don't trap.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it.
All right.
I even make him bring the dogs in. I'm like, you don't get to have dogs out there when you're trapping.
I got
Even though our dogs are pretty smart about it, I still don't care. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But he's like kind of switching over for summer now.
Okay. So you guys pretty much are hunting something year round, it seems like.
He's still ice fishing out there.
Really?
There's a lake really close by that you can get kokanee and trout. Dolly Varden.
And everything you get, you can't bring home, you either smoke it or you freeze it. And
yeah, I don't do catch and release.
Right.
At all. That bores me. But
well, it's a substance type deal that you gotta catch everything so you can survive, right?
Right. That's
well, it's just what we want to eat for dinner.
Yeah.
All right. So how often
we're not in survival mode, no. It's just what we want to actually eat for dinner and what we actually want in our freezers.
So how far is the grocery store for you and stuff?
20-minute drive.
So 20 minutes, that's not too bad.
And then we have like a little general store that's like a 5-minute.
Oh, okay.
Drive.
That's not
like
too
a
bad.
little country general store kind of thing.
Right.
For Creek.
Okay. So that's not bad at all. So it ain't like
But it's like I always have to explain to people too, like when people get to the homestead, yes, we're only 20 minutes away, but it's a whole time warp out here. It's a different world.
right.
And it's a different attitude. And it's like the way we raise our kids. Like our kids know how to milk a cow and they know how to make cheese and they know how to make heavy cream and butter. And our kids know how to ride horses and they know how to shoot. My daughter's like the best shot in our family.
There you go.
And it's just, and then the mentality that they have and like the pride they have about like, hey, they caught dinner or like,
yeah. I mean, I think
like they got this deer and like, and they did the whole process.
yeah, I think most kids need to be raised that way. You know,
I'd love to come out there and spend our summer on your homestead.
learn the ways of.
Dr. Otto, he'll take you. I'm more private. I don't have nobody works for us. But Otto's got a lot of ranch hands. And so does my father-in-law. Everybody does but us.
Oh, geez.
Hey, I do a plenty good here. You know.
Yeah. Well, you can go out there and be a ranch hand, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
all you need to do.
I just put up a donkey corral today with the overhang and everything. So
oh, that sounds so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried
That
to
sounds
put
cute.
paint GPS on it, but the donkeys said no.
No, darn it. No. Maybe next time. Man, interesting. That's Jane. That's a very cool life, without a doubt. I mean, it's
I'm proud of it. That's why I never will leave. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to. They'll have to like drag me kicking and screaming.
there's a lot of people that couldn't do it. You know.
Plus, I got to escape. I got to escape to Nome. That's been such an adventure.
Has it?
Like yeah, because especially like during the whole COVID thing, we really just kind of got locked down here on the homestead. So when I was able to go to Nome, and I was like, oh my gosh, like freedom.
Yeah.
And my kids are 19 and 21, but they stayed with us and didn't really get the college experience. Well, my daughter was still in high school, but you know, they wanted to be with us. They wanted to stay on the homestead during it. Like we were ready for it. We were ready for that. Your lockdown, we were ready.
Oh, sure.
I'm kind of a hoarder. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But I have a container and it's full of stuff.
You would be in good shape though, because you're used to living off the land and stuff. You know?
I'm the worst. I'm the worst of the whole family.
Oh, geez.
But as far as like, I'm not a hoarder like not in my house. Just like if we were to go off the grid, we're ready.
Right. But you're ready. You're ready where a lot of people weren't ready. And
yeah, I mean, you do a lot of canning, you do a lot of smoking, so
you're ready. You can hunt.
Yeah.
You can hunt. You can fish. You
have
can,
your own gardens. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, our garden's big. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that really helped me is like when I went up to Nome, like my family like stepped up big time. Like my daughter did all my fishing trips. She did the gardening. I couldn't believe it. And you know, she has a boyfriend that's really outdoorsy and athletic, and you know, he was with her too. But like, because he's a great hunter fisherman. But I couldn't believe how she stepped up and like did everything. Like I don't think I mean, at her age, I went to college and had like the college life. I wasn't like, you know, all of a sudden I call her what she's doing. Like she's smoking. She's like, well, I figured out the smoker. I'm like, wait, what? And then of course, Oxley picked up a lot of the slack so I could go.
So what did you major in college?
Well, you know, I play piano and cello, and it was a bachelor in fine arts, which got me nowhere. That's why I just kept commercial fishing after college. I just thought, you know, I just knew you're supposed to go to college. I didn't really pick a degree that was going to furnish me a job afterwards, but I was also like pre-law. So I thought with like being, you don't have to really major in anything to be pre-law. Like what, economics or political science? That doesn't matter.
All right.
Just need a degree. But then like the more I was in Alaska, Ryan Wilder, he's like, you're wearing lipstick.
That's what he said. He said he's never seen you with lipstick on.
I was trying to look nice for TV because I've got this horrible mountain here. I just got off a mountain and a water taxi. And then a freaking cat pissed on my favorite coat. I got in this water taxi and it's all warm inside. I realized my coat smells like cat piss. So I have to stand outside and freeze. So I don't want to subject anybody to freaking, I'm on top of a mountain, get in a water taxi, and then they smell like cat piss. I have to drive all the way home. And I did my hair. I just took my hat off. Constantly on TV with bad hair. Now I'm on a podcast with bad hair. Should just do this.
It's all good.
It's your trademark.
And then I feel like I sort of look nice. And Brian Wilder just texts me while I'm talking to you guys. It's like, nice lipstick. Coming for you, Brian Wilder.
Yeah, he said something in the chat room. He's like, "That's the first time I've seen Jane wearing lipstick." It's like
Second. The other time was the airport. He's like, well, look at her. You can't wear makeup for TV, like not on a dredge or like hunting or fishing. Like that looks odd to me.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of would maybe.
I don't wear makeup on TV, and like I don't know, but I do like it.
All natural.
I'm in a place.
Yeah,
But
it's like, well, yeah.
now I forgot what I was saying because I got distracted. Also, Emily's been chiming in.
Has she?
She told me not to talk. Just stop talking. No, I'm kidding. She did not say that. Another friend said that. Try not to talk too much.
Oh no, you do. You're doing perfect. Thank you.
Emily's actually a really kick-ass friend, and she's always sweet to me.
Yeah, actually, she was on the show, and then I met her at the Columbus Gold Show here in Ohio. And
That was go, wasn't it?
yeah, that was a couple of years ago. It was right before COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was thinking 20. I don't know, something like that. But it's been a while.
Speaking of Emily, did you bring any gold back when you was on the dredge, or do you keep your gold, or do you sell it, or?
She gave me some nuggets, especially like for my birthday. And my birthday got a lot of nuggets actually. But yeah, there's like gold for everybody. When you're in it, you're in it.
Nice.
I didn't bring too much gold back from ice season, but we kind of knew ice season wasn't going to be like a thing,
All right.
like a big thing. I think the expectations for ice are a lot lower. Everything just freezes, and you spend half your day on freezing things.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm just holding like a blowtorch for an hour.
Wow. Yeah, that wouldn't be as much fun. Too cold.
It is so cold. Last year was like 30 below.
Nope.
A lot.
Nope. And it'd be like, nah, I think I must stay home today.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you want to, but every day is a mining day, basically.
I know, but still, it's too dang cold.
Oh, it was. I felt so bad for our camera operators because sometimes they can't work a drone with gloves on. So they take their gloves off and then their hands would be frozen within 5 minutes.
Oh, sure, if it's that cold.
It was that cold.
That's just crazy cold. And
During
then,
the Iditarod, it was that cold. I was like,
God, no. See.
which is next week.
Oh,
And
it
I'm
is?
going back up to see all my friends
And where's that at?
in Nome.
Oh, that is in
That's
Nome.
a no.
Okay.
And I actually get to play all my little silly, stupid songs that I write for the Iditarod. I did it last year too. I also like play guitar and sing songs about, killing people.
Oh, really? Are you a
No, I don't really do that.
gangster rapper?
No.
Now I heard that the Iditarod race this year is actually going to be a lot smaller than compared to the past few years.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit shorter. They every year they do a different route. I mean, it's the same route that they take turns doing. But yeah, I can't remember how much they shortened it, but it is a little bit shorter. Those dogs are crazy though. They get done running an Iditarod and they still want to go. Like they're still ready to run more. And you're just like, are you freaking you're killing
But
me?
my
You don't know
understanding when it comes to the mushers, and they're not getting paid as much. They lost a bunch of sponsorships due to PETA and all that.
Oh,
So-
bummer. Because those dogs are
So
so
the
happy.
purse
as
is a
dogs.
lot smaller this year compared
That's a
to.
bummer because it's like I think our 50th year. That's sad. That's sad. I see the Iditarod and I see happy dogs and I see dogs that are so spoiled and taken care of and loved.
Right.
And yes, some of them can't make it and they put them in a sled and they come across in the sled.
Yeah.
But like, I can't even tell you how happy those dogs are. Like they want to keep running.
Sure. That's what.
That's their
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
You know,
PETA just has no business in Nome because like
Right.
everybody up there being as cold as it is wearing fur. But you know what? They go out and if they kill a whale or they kill whatever they kill, they use all of it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
PETA's gonna have a field day up there because it's not just fur. They're using the intestines and the blubber and the bones and the
that's what's going to heat their houses and light their homes.
Right.
and PETA's not gonna be happy up there. Like
They
not a
should
single
be up
day.
there. Yeah, maybe it's too cold for them. Maybe they won't come up there. Right.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
Jane,
you're
you
looking
said
to buy people wear fur.
you sing, Jane.
But I what?
You said you sing. Now
Oh
on
yeah, just for fun.
the Alaska, the Last Frontier, the intro song, is that you singing in that?
No, that's Jewel.
Oh,
That's my
okay. I didn't know if it
grandma.
was her or if it was you or.
No, I don't sing like Jewel. Oh, good Lord, no. That girl, ooh,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
next level.
Okay.
That's why she makes the big bucks.
Right.
That's my father-in-law wrote the song, and then
Oh,
she came
okay.
in and did some harmony on it.
Oh, all right.
Right
So
on.
it wasn't
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah, but that is
Yeah,
cool.
no, my father-in-law, he sings and plays guitar, so does my husband. The Kilchers are really a big musical family.
Right.
They're kind of almost like the Von Trapps, like from The Sound of Music. Like they all get together and they all harmonize and they sing their songs. They're Swiss, but they sing in German because that's what the language is in Switzerland is Swiss High German, which is German. But it's very much like, oh wow, it's like Sound of Music in my house.
Jeez.
My buddy earlier called and asked if you had a favorite Jewel song.
Yes. Intuition or Foolish Games. I think that's called Foolish Games. I'm a huge Joel fan.
Okay. Interesting. Well, it's your sister-in-law, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've been on tour with her a couple times, and like she's a consummate professional, does a real good show, and she's a beautiful voice. Like she can sing opera.
Oh, just like Emily.
Yeah. Just like
Yes, just like Emily. So,
Man.
Well, Emily also plays an instrument too, doesn't she? Or
well,
not?
she can play guitar.
Oh, okay.
But I know, like with Emily, it's her main thing is definitely her opera.
Singing. Yeah. That's cool.
I'm more of a pianist, but then I play guitar just to be able to play in a bar or like Friday Iditarod. I'm not going to like lug a piano around, or keyboards are kind of, they're still heavy, stupid.
Yeah. So you'll be singing at the Iditarod.
Yes.
Okay.
And I did it last year too, and it was super fun.
All right. And you're going to sing songs that you wrote.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That won't be televised, will it?
No.
God
Thank
darn it.
goodness.
So we can't.
Oh, I don't think you can televise what goes on up there after the Iditarod. It's like, it is Sin City. It's bad. Well, like sometimes they call known like, like the Las Vegas of Alaska. Like it can get, I mean, it really is like the Wild Wild West up there. And the BOT, the bar that we play music at, it's a Board of Trade. It's the oldest bar in Alaska. And like Wyatt Earp hung out in there. Like his bar that he had, Dexter, burnt down. But now it's rebuilt as like the city hall or something. But / retirement center. But like it's so crazy because like you can see like the old saloon ways of it, even though it's been remodeled. You're just like, most of Dome burnt down, and it's burnt down twice.
Really?
Yeah, it's all wood. Everything is wooden structures up there.
Wow.
Which there's hardly any trees there either, but like that's what they they brought up there.
That's what they used to build it. Interesting. Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, two huge fires that just like took out Nome.
Wow.
It's completely like they had a big base. There's like very few buildings that have like done the test of time, like a handful.
Gotcha.
Like that are on like downtown Nome.
Right.
Which is Front Street. Then it goes to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Okay. Interesting though. Didn't know that. Learned something new tonight. I usually do, but that's awesome. So what's your next big adventure coming up? Anything?
I'm going to the Iditarod next week.
Oh, yeah, Iditarod next week. Okay.
It actually started today, and they left out a Willow. And so it just started. Today's the day of the start. It takes them about, I think the record's 8 days.
Okay.
But normally by day 10, they just start coming in. And so I'll be up there. And then I'm going to be hanging out I'll see everybody that's on Bering Sea Gold. I'm going to see everyone that's up there. Like Vernon's up there, Sean's up there, Chris McCauley's up there, the Kellys are up there. So I'll definitely get to say hi to everybody. And they're all nice. They're all nice. They're all fun. I get along with everybody.
Well, that's good. So that's,
and then hopefully we'll be back up in June to like start the gold season off.
All right. And then Bering Sea Gold comes back when on TV? Any ideas?
No, I never know. I'm the last to know.
Oh,
I'm literally the last to know.
Okay.
Well, that's not all the way true, but like, I'm always surprised. I mean, it used to be more like clockwork, but then I don't know. Ever since COVID, everything's all screwy, and I don't know anything anymore.
All right.
So I know that there's 2 seasons in the can.
Right. That we're
So
waiting to
they're
see.
coming soon. They're not going
Okay.
to not come.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing them.
I want to see them too.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You like to watch
It's fun
yourself?
watching the show because like I don't get to like we are only next to Vernon, so I have no idea what's happening in Tom Cod.
Mhm.
And so it's fun to like watch the show and be like, oh my God, that's happening.
Yeah.
Or like the fight, because I was on the dock when that big fight broke out.
Was you really?
Yes.
Jeez.
And I was just like, whoa, what the heck? Because I thought it'd be Chris Kelly and Sean, if
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
So, and actually, like our camera operator had to run from us and start filming because it was so unexpected. Like when people say it's scripted, I'm like, oh Lord. I wish I would make my day go a lot quicker and it'd be way easier. But I'm a horrible actress, so no. But no, that was out of the blue. And that was like, wow. And that was like one of my first days up there. And I was like, it's so Wild West up here. Like this is
Like, what did I walk into?
and then I saw like the end of it and I was like, oh my God. Like there's a lot of adrenaline, like for everybody. But it was like years in the making kind of thing.
Oh yeah. It seems like it's been building up for a while,
Like,
right?
that's what I was realized. Like this gold business, it's like kind of like commercial fishing. If somebody quirks you off, you could be losing $10,000. So that's people get freaking angry over stuff like that.
That's a lot
You
of
know, you get a
money.
hit them in your pocketbook, like ouch.
Yeah. That's the
So
one place you don't hit them is in the pocketbook. That's when they
and it wasn't a graceful fight, but there was like wow, it was a lot of adrenaline and emotions and pandemonium to get it filmed. And so they actually did a good job for like them not expecting and not having a camera. I don't think a camera was
Right.
with Sean.
I don't know. Yeah, see, that's just odd. Well, hopefully they patched it all up and they're good to go again.
I think so.
Yeah.
They're both good guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I mean. As long
well,
as
I mean, actually, I don't really know Brad or the dad very well. I just know Chris, and he's so funny.
right.
And then Sean, like I feel like the whole town of Nome really has a lot of respect for him because he's a real hard worker
Right.
and he provides a lot of jobs
Oh, I bet.
because he's got a big operation. I feel like everybody else has got a smaller operation. That's
I-
like my dad says, and I do not know what the man makes. It's like I just know what we make, but like you're not rich if you make $1 million, but you owe $2 million.
Right.
And all I know is Emily's boat. Like she's got a good deal going. She's got a small overhead and she kicks butt. And so I like being a part of that.
Mhm.
And you are.
Yeah.
And hopefully you will continue to be.
Yeah.
I like being on highliners.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see you just stay on Emily's dredge and just
Yeah, well,
continue.
I love Nome. Like now, like Nome's like I've spent a summer up there before fishing 20 years ago. So I already knew like I was gonna but then now spending so much time there when I was fishing, I was gone like 6 days and would come and deliver it one night in Nome and have to go right back out.
Right.
But like spending like as much time in Nome as I have, like I have a ton of friends up there. And
So whose idea
yeah.
was this to go out there with Emily? Was it your idea or was it Emily's idea?
oh my God, Emily's.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't even know I didn't know anything about anything when I joined that show or joined the gold operations.
Right.
Like, I just didn't know. I didn't know they were even because I'd never even seen the show. I didn't even know they were sucking gold out with
Oh,
a
wow.
hose.
Okay.
So how did you meet Emily?
Salty Dog on some bar here in Homer, Alaska on the
There you
spit.
go.
It was inevitable because she like the Kilchers are so musical and then she's musical, but I'm actually a lot older than Emily. So I didn't like grow up with her, even though we went to the same school.
Okay.
So I don't even want to say how much older I am than Emily.
I
She's
forget
really
when
young.
didn't you guys say it
She's
on
so
that
young.
show when they showed you and her having your birthday on the beach? Didn't they say how old you was then?
No,
I swore they did.
she probably wouldn't say how old I am. But like, so she actually stopped me and she's like, Jane Kilcher, like I've been looking for you. I've been wanting to meet you. And she was pretty forward about it. And I was just like,
wow.
whoa. And then, because if you grow up in a small town, you got your set friends and stuff. For somebody telling you like we're gonna be friends, I was like, back it up, girl. But she ended up totally being one of my best friends, and I totally just hit it off from her right away. Having both like starting a show at the same time, we had a lot in common. Like, who else do I have to talk to about
Right.
stuff like that?
Mhm.
Like, no one. Like, even in the family, like, and I'm good friends with John Hillstrand on Deadliest Catch, but like, no one in the family was able to talk to somebody like me, and like, bounce ideas off each other. Like, how does this, when this happens, or how do you feel about this? Or, who's your attorney, or like, do you feel fair about this? And so it was a really good sounding board. And of course, like, I'm really proud of all the people I work with, and I love it to death, but it's always nice to like, just have somebody to bond with over a same situation.
Sure.
So yeah, then when it came time to, film, I was doing self-filming because COVID shut us down, but they let us have cameras.
Mhm.
And we're just naturally friends. And I was like, hey, when you come over, and we were going to go halibut fishing in a kayak and get mussels off the beach, I was like, do you want to just film with me? And she's like, yeah. Like, when I knew she'd be great for self-filming because she's on her own show.
Right.
And then when she was like deciding to have a family, she's just like, well, Jane Kilcher, she's like got experience, like maybe being away from home or boats or whatever.
Yeah.
Zero gold experience, zero. But
Right.
she really just wanted somebody that was smart, a fast learner, and that she could trust.
That makes sense.
So if you happen
And
to
I
be
have like another girlfriend up there.
how far is it from where you are to Nome? Like 2 hours, 3 hours, or
God, no, are you kidding me? Like the Iditarod race from Anchorage to Nome is 1,000 miles.
Oh, geez.
No, Nome's very far away, and Alaska's a really great big state.
yeah.
And there's no roads to Nome. You got to take a boat, which would take forever, or fly.
Oh, wow.
Like Nome's up by the Arctic Circle. It's not above the Arctic Circle, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
up there. And then we're like southern Alaska. We're south central.
Okay.
So it's gonna take you
yeah.
about 4 hours from Anchorage to Nome by plane or
Oh, no, by plane, a jet, they'll get you there quicker, like 2 hours or
Oh.
hour and 45 minutes.
Not
Yeah,
too
I was
That's
thinking of
good.
Anchorage. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
For me to drive to Anchorage from here is 4.5 hours.
Okay.
And that's like 250 miles or something. I should
Okay.
know it. I've done it 1,000 times. I'm about to do it again.
Uh-huh. Well, Jane.
But yeah, Nome is a different Alaska for sure. It's a tundra.
I bet. Well, Jane, we want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight, and we hope to keep
Yeah, it was
seeing you
fun.
on Bering Sea Gold and Alaska the Last
Glad we were
Frontier.
your first podcast.
Yeah,
It was my first podcast. Yeah.
awesome.
I've been interviewed before, but my first podcast.
We really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us and taking.
No, I hope I didn't say anything stupid.
No,
No, it's all
you're
good.
perfect. Great.
Well, I
guest.
usually do. I usually do.
Oh, nope, you did not. It was awesome. You're a great talker. That's what we need. Always, you need guests that like to talk, and
Yeah.
I'm a chatty Cathy.
you
That's
had
what my
plenty of information.
Well,
Really?
Yeah,
good
there.
information, yeah?
Yes.
That's what we
Yes.
need.
The
Jane.
bosses will be calling me soon.
Uh-huh. Well, Jane, thank you.
Or
again.
the crew.
Yeah, Brian will. Yeah. But thank you.
He's
Keep
sweetheart.
up the good work. And like I said, we look forward to seeing you. Take care. You're welcome back anytime. And
Oh, thank you.
oh, you're welcome. Thank you. You just enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see
Okay.
you again. Take care, Jane.
See ya.
Okay, bye y'all.
Yeah.
Hi, Jane.
Thanks,
I
Shane.
gotta figure out how to turn it off.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna be hard.
There you go. I can.
I don't know. I have not turned it off yet. You guys have to turn me off.
I'll see what I can do.
You gotta
Hi,
do that,
Jane.
you know.
Welcome, Denny.
Hey, Dennis.
All right, Dennis.
What's up, Dan?
Not a whole lot.
You made it.
Yeah.
I knew you would. And you got your question asked, right?
Yeah,
There
I
you
did.
There you go. That's why I didn't ask it. I knew you was coming.
I hurried as quick as I could to get home. So
Did you?
yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah, she was a good guest. Why didn't she, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
A lot of information
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much answered everything we needed to know.
So she actually dies for gold, huh?
No,
No.
don't know.
No.
No, she was a deckhand
Yeah.
for Emily.
For Emily.
Yeah, she does not dive. She was very adamant about
Yeah,
that.
she is not a diver and not diving. I think
All
she's
right.
doing everything else, but
Topside.
she is
Gonna
not a
be
diver.
topside, and that's it for her. I was hoping that she would get enough courage to go under the ice.
Yeah.
But
That's some people aren't meant for it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I see it. I do believe. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't do it either. Yeah, she was a great guest, though.
It's like me walking in a cave. If I can walk in and walk out, it's fine. You got to crawl? I'm out.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Nope and nope. Right. But yeah, great show. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as we did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Randy, we want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us
Okay,
tonight.
thank you. Yeah,
No, no
it was
problem.
good. We'll see you
Yeah.
again Wednesday.
What's that? You'll be here Wednesday too?
Could be.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Ah, very cool.
And then next Sunday, we have Frank from Exploring Abandoned Mines on YouTube on Sunday. So
Oh,
make sure you join us.
Sunday night, cool.
And he is also a Canadian. if I
oh
remember
really?
correctly.
Yes, he
Yeah.
lives not too far from me.
Ah,
I don't know him, but
okay.
Right.
he's
All
out
right.
in my area of the woods.
All right. So he's a
Interior
Canadian.
BC. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome.
I heard he's got a pretty good museum out there.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he bought one of the old mines and he's turned it into a museum. He's trying to make it to so people can go in and see the actual workings and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And then he's had a museum for quite a few years where he's had articles set up inside the building for it and outside, but he's trying to make this mine into what it was. I think it's a bumblebee mine or something.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Can't quite remember the name, but I do think it's a bumblebee mine.
I think I heard of that one, Randy. Yeah. That's probably right.
Well, Frank is a pretty good character.
All right.
Yeah.
So next week, we got him next Sunday.
Yep.
Nice. And who's on Ed's show, Jaron, Tuesday?
Oh, you caught me off guard again.
Did it again. That's 2 weeks in a row. Got to be quicker than that.
I'm not sure. I didn't see it advertised yet.
I'm surprised.
Okay,
I
so he
haven't-
has Uperlite Eric Rinsamaki.
Okay. And that's Tuesday night on Tuesday Night Hangouts with Ed and Jess.
8 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure and check that out. Yeah, awesome. And don't forget on the 19th, we got Carlos Miner from Gold Rush Whitewater joining us. So a lot of good guests coming up. Be sure to tune in.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Jaron, Rob, Randy, Rich, Dennis, thank you guys. Good
Oh, no
show.
problem.
Thanks for being here.
Good show.
Yes, it was. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thanks again to Jane Kilcher for joining us. Until Wednesday, we're out of here. We'll see.
Good night, go Diggers.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
Everyone.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.